A very good morning to all of you. In my previous class, I started teach you all about the important key features of Indian Constitution. The first important key feature of the Indian Constitution was federalism. And the second, today we are going to discuss about the second one, that is parliamentary form of government. It is also a very important key feature of Indian Constitution. India has a parliamentary form of government. In this system, the parliament is supreme and it represents the people. The legislature at the center is called the parliament or the Sansad. The parliament has two houses, the lower house, which is also called Lok Sabha, and the upper house called the Rajya Sabha. The parliament exercises supreme and sovereign power. The Union Council of Ministers, headed by the Prime Minister, constitutes the real executive. Ministers are collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. The Parliament has the power to amend any provisions of the Constitution except the basic structure. That means the Parliament has the power to amend, means to change the suitable thing in the Constitution except the basic structure. Now, during the British rule, the right to vote was limited. The Constitution of India guarantees universal adult suffrage. In other words, all adult citizens have the right to vote to elect representatives. The adoption of universal adult franchise without any qualification either of sex, property, education or taxation was a bold experiment. During that period, overwhelming majority of Indians were poor and illiterate. A section of conservative members of the assembly were special about giving voting rights to the common masses, but Jawaharlal Nehru prevailed upon them. The leaders of the freedom struggle had immense faith in the capability of the common man. It was one of the ideals of the freedom struggle to give power to the common man, to improve their standard of life and comfort. It was also hoped that granting of voting rights to all adult citizens would lead to social and economic equality, breaking off the barriers of the caste and class. So this is a very important key feature of Indian Constitution, that is parliamentary form of government. Now let us know about the third key feature of Indian Constitution, that is separation of powers. There are three organs of the government: the executive, the legislature and the judiciary. The legislature consists of both the houses of parliament and the state legislative assembly, that is Vidhan Sabha, and the state legislative council is called Vidhan Parishad. Don't get confused in Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. The main task of the legislature is to make laws for the country and the states. The executive consists of ministers and the bureaucrats. It is responsible for implementing laws and running administration. The third one is the judiciary. Judiciary consists of all the courts in the country. It interprets the laws and punishes those responsible for violation of laws. Some members of the Constituent Assembly were afraid that the executive might become too strong and unrestrained. They included many provisions in the Constitution to balance the power of the three organs. Therefore, the Constitution has separated the three organs of the government to prevent misuse of power and privilege. That means each organ acts as a check on the other organs of the government. The power and function of each organ are clearly defined in the Constitution. That means no organ is subordinate to or superior to any one. Okay. Now, The next key feature is the fundamental rights. About fundamental rights we will discuss in our next class, because to understand this key feature we have to take too much time. Okay, in my next class I will explain you the fundamental rights. Okay, thank you.